students, in the previous video we started learning arrays. Arrays are most important to store more than one homogeneous type of data. Homogeneous means similar type of data. So I have register numbers. One register number you can store it by using an integer. But if you would like to store more than one numbers, then you require an array. Array can store homogeneous type of data. This is what we have seen in the previous class, previous video. How to declare arrays? Arrays are declared, we have seen like this: integer AR 10, like this. Here I am using square bracket to indicate this is an array, and here I am just telling you what is the size of the array, and this is the name of the variable AR and what type of data it can store. So this is how we will be declaring the arrays. Accessing the array will be usually visualized, but it won't be there inside like this, but it is visualized in this way. This is 0th index, first 2, 3, 4, like this, so on and so forth, like this. Any value of the array data elements can be addressed, can be accessed through this index value 0. This is the first value, second value, third value, like this actually. I cautioned you on the last video that you should index starts from 0, not from 1. So this is very interesting and important point to be noted down. And of course, calculating the address, you will not come across any situation where you will be calculating the address, but I have told you a formula like A of k is equal to B of A plus W into k minus LB. So we have seen with some examples, you don't worry. Next, how to find the length? Length will be known to you already, but in some cases, you will be identifying the length of the elements which are there. Though I am declaring an array of size 10, I may not store all 10 elements. I may store some elements, not fully. Fully it is not occupied. Then how much it is occupied, usually you will be finding it out as the length of the array. It is not really the size of the array. Size of the array is this. Length of the array, how much of elements are consecutively it is being stored there. How much of elements are stored inside the array. How much of space occupied by the array. How much it is being utilized. So this is called length. And of course, basically, I told you in the last class, basically arrays are used to store insert elements randomly. What does it mean? It means I can access this 0 indexed value. After that I can go to this, I can come back here. Any element in the array can be accessed through the index number randomly. So this facility is there only for array. No other data structure, you will be seeing it in the subsequent semesters. You will have such kind of facility. Only arrays has got. So storing the element by using randomly accessing whichever location you want, whichever indexed value you want. So that can be made use in case of this arrays. So this is what we have seen in the previous video, and I had written some programs there. Right now we will see some other extension of this array learning. This is on, you will be doing some operations on the array. What are the usual operations you will be doing? Usually you will be doing 6 kind of operations, but I have grouped them into 4. So traversing and searching. Usually in most of the literatures, you will see traversing as one kind of operation and searching is another kind of operation. Similarly, inserting and deleting, they are going together, so therefore I called it as another kind of operation. Another operation you will be doing it on arrays are called as merging. What do you mean by merging? You have two arrays are to be merged and call it as a single array. To merge these two arrays, the type of this array and type of this array must be same. If it is an integer, this is a float, you cannot merge. If this is an integer type and this is another integer type, I can merge. If this is a float type, this is also a float type, I can merge. If this is a character type, if this is a character type, I can merge. If this is character, that is float, I cannot merge. So to merge two arrays, I will be using similar type of arrays. And the fourth operation you will be doing on arrays mostly is actually when the data are stored in the arrays, you will be doing some sorting of arrays on some specific sequence, maybe an alphabetical order, maybe an ascending order, maybe on decreasing order, maybe on the height of the student, maybe on the age of the student. You will be, some criteria will be used to do the sorting. So these are some of the operations you will be doing it, right? So I will be explaining these two, traversing, searching, inserting, deleting operations with some examples in today's video. Next, in the next class we will go for this merging and sorting of arrays. Alright? Okay. So what is there in traversing? Traversing is something like this. I have an array with me. In that array, I will be simply traversing. Take this integer array. Integer array of size there are 7 elements can be stored over here, starting from 0 like this, 0 to 6. You have totally 7 elements which can be stored here. So that's why I am declaring it as an array. Now, traverse, you have some elements. So this is 12, 23, 34, 18, 06, 93, 0, something like this. You have some data. These are the data. I have stored it over here. Alright. Now, traversing means I will be moving from left, from 0th location, 0th index value to the last index value. Last index value is 6. So therefore I will be traversing. I will be moving. Now, traversing on what reason? Why are you traversing? If there is any intention, then it is called as searching. If you are simply traversing without any without any intention, it is usually for the purpose of display. Simply display what is there here. So 12, 23, 34, 18, 06, 93, etc. Like this. Simply display all the student names, simply display all student register number, simply display all the students' attendance. This is what? Actually you are simply traversed and found the thing. You did not do any decision on that. If you have any intention, then it becomes searching. Without any intention, I am simply traversing it. I am just moving it and I am seeing it. You can consider this is some sort of seeing from left to right. Right? Your intention is not to do anything. It is simply seeing each and every element. This is called traversing. Very easy. You can use on for loop or do while loop. Any this. Usually you will be using for loops. Well, I am using a for loop from 0 to 6, and I will be displaying this. Right? Simply you can consider this as for I equal to 0, I less than 7, I plus plus. Printf percentage d, then AR of I. So these two lines of code will be sufficient for you to display the content what is there in the array. For 0 to I less than 7 means 7 times it prints. Each time AR of 0. So first time I is 0, so therefore this value AR of 0 means 12 is printed. Next time I becomes 1, so 23 will be printed. A of 1. Array of 2 is 34. Like this it gets printed all the values. 7 times it gets printed and it comes out. Right? At this juncture, So there are 2 points to be noted down. One, length of the array not necessarily is the size of the array. In this case, length of the array is equal to size of the array. Some cases you have array size is 10, but length of the array is only 7. Like this, I have here 10 size of the array. I have declared this as AR of 10, but the length is only 7 because only 7 elements are stored. Remaining 3 are empty, right? 7, 8, 9 are empty. Then you will be traversing usually till the last element is there. Till the last element is there. So this is what you are supposed to do in case of traversing. Now, if you are traversing the array with some intention, what is the intention? Intention is whether one element that I am interested is there in the array or not. I am interested in some value, right? Whether that data is there in the array or not. So this is what you are doing in the case of searching. Say for example here, I would like to search whether 18 is there or not. Since you have got eyes, you will be directly telling, yes sir, this is the 4th element. But it is not like that actually, because computer doesn't have eyes. Only it has got data and location, binary number system, etc. How does it know that actually 18 is there or not? Only for your purpose I have written something on the board for you to understand. Inside the machine it won't be there in this way. It is there in the form of binary. Whether 18 is there or not, you have to do some sort of searching. You have to deliberately go there and check each and every element. Right? So in this case, first I will be checking this. If the value that I am searching for the value called 18, whether it is there or not. First I check for this, whether I am comparing this is whether this is 18 or not. You know that this is not 18. So therefore, if this is not 18, move on to this. If this is not 18, move on to this. If this is not 18, move on to this. Keep doing this till where? Till array get exhausted. Array number of elements that you have, in this case it is 7. So therefore 7 elements get finished, or the length of the array is completed. In this case, first I am checking this, no, checking this, no, checking this, no, checking this, yes, I have this. So therefore, I display that 18 is there or not. It is as good as when a teacher is having attendance register, whether the name called Krishna is there in this or not, you will be searching from top to bottom. Somewhere he finds that Krishna is there, he stops that. It means there is a student called Krishna in that book attendance register. In a similar way, I will be searching for a number starting from 0. I will keep doing this till I get the search element. So results are 2 types. One, search is successful. That means element is there. Sometimes the search is unsuccessful, element is not found. But to get this result, element is successful or unsuccessful, worst case, you have to search all the elements. So therefore, till the length of the array, you will be searching the array to find out the result of this searching. So this is what I will be showing with some examples in the coming up video. Alright, next, inserting an element, deleting an element. We have already done this in the previous video. I have shown it actually. You can as well, you can insert the elements. Assume that here initially no elements are there here. No elements are there over here. You can even do like this actually. Scan %d ampersand of array of I. These 2 lines of code permits you to read 7 times from the keyboard. Each time it reads a number and stores into the respective positions marked by I. I first time it is 0, so therefore it is AR of 0. It means here in this location. So first it types 12, so therefore 12 is stored here. Next it waits for the next number. You give the next number. So you will be scanning and it is passed on to AR of 1. I becomes 1. Next I becomes 2. I becomes 3. How many times? Till I becomes 6. When I becomes 7, so this comes out. So therefore it doesn't. It means you can read individually. We have seen in the previous video. Or you can read all of them in this way. There is no rule that actually you have to do it through the for loop only. You can do it individual also. Individually you can just do the scanf and do the storing of this. So therefore inserting an element is very easy. Right? Similarly deleting an element. Deleting an element is slightly complicated. Slightly complicated. What is that? See, array elements, say for example here, 12, 23, 34, 18, 06, 93, 0. So these are the numbers that you have typed through the keyboard and it is now stored. I would like to delete an element. See, first of all, to delete an element, you have to do searching of an element. Because whether that fellow is there or not, that data fellow is there or not in the array, that you have to identify. So that once you identify, you got the result that while doing the searching, then you can do the deletion. So therefore, deletion, first step is confirm whether that element is there in the array or not. So first, if it is there, then deleting that element. What do you mean by deleting an element? Deleting an element means not like taking the duster and erase this. Here in case of computer, erasing is not there. It is not wiping it off. What do you mean by wiping? So it looks to you that actually nothing is there here. At least I should make a state as saying that no element. So one of the possibility, there are many alternatives that you can think, right? One alternative is whatever the location in which you would like to do the deletion. Say for example here, this data will be deleted. Once all the elements, that element is deleted, remaining elements to push left by one position. Push remaining elements left by one position. So here it happens like this. This becomes 06, this becomes 93, this becomes 03, and this is becoming empty. Now, what is the length of the array? Length of the array is 6. It is not 7 now. It is 6. One element is vacant. Here there is a vacant. This is one of the possibility. Second possibility is actually you can have one more array. Right? Right? Here it is 18, 06, 93, 03, something like this. Now I have one more array. This is character array. Just to tell you whether the element, this is also having the same index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here like this. Since I have declared array element as 7, here also 7 elements. So obviously index value matches. Whether this element called 12, the first element in the data array is there or not, I am making it is yes. Initially you make all of them yes, because all data are filled up. All data are filled up. Right? Now, if you are deleting a specific element, now for example 18, I would like to delete this element. You don't do anything. Let the 18 be there only. You don't touch anything. You make this status as n. This status as n. It means this is not available for you. When you are traversing or doing searching, you have to check this also. Now, while searching whether the 18 is there or not, what you have to do is, now you do the traversal. This y, if there is an element in the index 0 is with a y, then this is considered. If this is n, the corresponding element in this array is not considered. These are two independent arrays, they are separate arrays. But in this array, if it is yes, in this array it is considered. In this array, if it is n, in this array elements are not considered. Are you getting this? This is how you have to consider. And another array can be taken with a character array, and this is your real data array, but y or n indicates whether the data to be checked or not. Okay, now after deleting an element, please tell me whether 18 is there or not. How I am doing it? First I am using this. Whether this is 18 or not, and this should be y. So yes, this is y, and this is element is there. So therefore, but this is not 18. So therefore, I move to the next. I move to the next. Here this is y. So therefore, consider this. Here there is a y. You consider this because this is not 18. So then you consider here. When you go here, this itself says that element is not there. So therefore, I am not at all checking whether element is there or not. So therefore, I keep moving here. So y 06, y 93, y 03. So therefore, 18 is not available. 18 is not available. Even though on the board for your eyes, it looks to you that 18 is there, but the status says 18 is not there. So therefore, you should be very careful. So therefore, deleting an element in the array is really complicated, not so easy. Inserting is very easy, but deleting an element is really difficult in case of array. So there are two possibilities I told you. Once you delete an element, move the rest of the elements. Say for example, if there are 1000 elements are there, 1000 element array is there, and you are deleting a 20th element, then all 979 elements are to be moved up. It is really complicated, right? This is yours. So whatever we have seen today, insertion, deletion, traversing, searching, declaration, all these things we will see with some examples in the computer. Thank you.